Patrons, what is going on? This is the behind the scenes vlog for September, and I do apologize for missing last month. It was just been a roller coaster in terms of what's been going on behind the scenes. I guess I shouldn't say roller coaster, but today's video we're going to talk about all the personal stuff. Also, what am I doing in Korea, which is where I'm at now, and before that, Japan. Basically, the whole story behind that is that Intel contacted me and they were like, do you want to go to Korea? And I thought to myself, yes, because it's one of the places I haven't been to and I really want to check it out, not just for a part-time, but also for the culture and especially the PC gaming culture here. And I did say to him, look, I do have a request, and that is that I go through Japan and see my boy. And so that came off the back of last month, where at the start of August, I had a first holiday I'd ever have it in the history of the channel, where I got to see my boy and spend a lot of time with him. It was just so good. And then this month, I got to see my boy again, and I was just super excited. And I hope that hasn't been affecting the content, or if it's made the content better, do let us know in the comments. But basically, all this spanned from when me and my ex, we'd just been going back and forth for years. You know, she'd try and be nice, and then I'd be nice, and then she'd blab about something, or I'd be like, look, I want my son to come to Australia. I want to see him regularly in my life. That's what the main goal for me was. It was just to spend time with my boy. That's what it's always been about once we separated. And of course, the reasons we separated was, I guess we look back at it now and the both of us agree we were both really thunder charged. We had our differences, and there was definitely a lot of differences. I think for her it was a matter of, I can't really say what it was because I can't get inside of her head and understand how she thinks. For me, it was a matter of getting treated the way that I wouldn't treat that person. And so that sort of, for me, when I called it quits on the marriage in the past, I had really just made a decision that I didn't want to live the way I was living, where I was so miserable. My son was seeing that. I was so down. My son would replicate those emotions, and there was just a lot of crap going on back in 2015 and 2016. And if you guys have followed us for a while, you know how emotional I was back then. But after that, I had slowly but surely gotten a lot stronger and learned to, I guess, just be myself and be the best version of myself that I can be. And if anything, that's what coming into this is what it's all about. Why I built that PC for her was because I just wanted to show my son that, hey, daddy can do this. Daddy's strong. Daddy wants you to be strong when you're older and not care about previous grievances, or, of course, learn from them, but don't be bitter about them. And that's one thing you guys told us as well, some of you guys that have been supporting us for a while, and my family and friends, good friends as well, is that it does get better, and it certainly does get a lot easier, a lot better as you go forward. And this is hard. This is one of the hardest vlogs I'm ever going to do because it's very personal. So forget me if I'm sort of repeating things and if I'm talking for a very long time about the same topic. But basically now the relationship is with my ex is that, it's very sticky because no, she doesn't have another guy hanging around. And for me, honestly, I don't care if she does get another guy around, or you know what I mean? I do care though, in the sense that who's that guy in front of my son? That's really the main thing that I would care about. Is this guy good if there was another guy around? And what kind of a role model he's going to be for my son? But in terms of me being back around, I think me and my ex, it's so weird. I mean, I kind of don't want to go back there because I know where it leads to. We've got our differences. Our personalities clash. And it's got to do with a lot of little things. It's got to do with a lot of bigger things. But at the end of the day, it's really hard to talk about this kind of thing. But And for me personally now, it's just a matter of moving forward, staying positive, and showing my boy how to be strong and also be positive as well, even in face of the differences between mummy and daddy. And I mean, it's very messy, of course, her being in Japan and me being in Australia. And, you know, I left Japan for the reason that I just wasn't right. Emotionally, I was a complete mess. Yes, she did take my boy away from me for a good 6 months. And I don't know why she did that. She has apologized for that, but that was the worst thing she'd done. And then for me, I don't know. Now it's like, whatever. Like, I just keep rolling with the punches, as I said in that outro, and I just stay in control of what I can do, and I do the best that I can do. And this spans from Dadman. If you guys watched Dadman, you've seen him on the channel. He is the most relaxed guy, stress-free guy you'll ever meet in your life. And here's a fun fact about him. He's been drinking since he was 15 years old, and now he's 68 years old. And yeah, that's a long time. And he's ate crap food all his life, and he's still going, still kicking. And so his philosophy, he's told to me, you know, life's too short to stress and, you know, worry about all the little things when you can just be relaxed, enjoying yourself. And I think that's part of why he's still kicking. And so I saw that and I was like, it's a good attitude in life. It's, of course, not to be too carefree, but your main goal in life is to just be relaxed, be positive, you know, and just not care about the little things too much, and don't let them get to you. And so I've taken that philosophy on board, and I'm just, in the last 3 years, I've just been really becoming a lot more secure, a lot more positive in my direction and where I'm going. And I think that reflects in the videos as well, where you guys get much better content. The vibes are there, the positivity's there, and I want to spread that message. But anyway, moving forward with that, my son has a big smile on his face. When I was there, I taught him how to ride a bike. I bought him a bike for his birthday earlier this year. And I just spent some really good time with him. And that's what it's about. It's just spending time with him, laughing, knowing that daddy loves him. Because even after I go, even if after I leave Japan, like I'm in Korea now, you know, even if I get negative talk about me from whoever, it doesn't matter, because he's correlating upstairs. He's a smart little boy. He's correlating upstairs that every time he's with daddy, it's a good time. He knows I love him, and he's never going to forget that. You know, and I don't see him sometimes I don't see him for a year. And then he's just so warm to me because he automatically knows that. And it's a relationship that's not going anywhere, and I can't wait for him to get a bit older. And I believe in the future he'll make the choice to come to live in Australia with us. That's what I believe. But of course, until then, I just keep going. I keep moving forward. At the moment, I'm not, like personally, I'm not really thinking about dating someone. It's really not on my mind, because I love doing what I do. Like, my life is really good at the moment. I love life. And that's one thing I want to show my boy, is before you can meet someone, you have to have a lot of respect for yourself. You have to keep moving forward. You have to be positive, stay positive. Even though, of course, I just like every other guy out there. You know, you have your cycle where you'll feel like crap sometimes. Some days you'll feel like not doing anything, and then other days you'll feel, you know, over the moon. That's just the natural cycle of energy with humans. But one thing is, I'm going to stay positive, stay healthy, and just, yeah, really sort of keep giving off those vibes on the channel, because people love it lately. People are enjoying the content, and hopefully I've answered everything in this video. You know, there are some details, of course, I'm not going to go full in depth in. That's very private. But in terms of me and my ex, we are keeping things amicable. You know, the YouTube content as well, like me pushing off that video, you know, was it a bad, it's YouTube, man, it's YouTube, you know, I want to show viewers just, hey, look, I got divorced, and I'm making something out of it, rather than sinking my head into the sand. And so, yeah, anyway, hopefully we've done that, finished that topic, and we had a heart-to-heart, me and all you Tech Yes citizens out there. Hopefully we had the heart-to-heart. If you have any other questions about it, though, drop a comment. We'll talk about it. I'm pretty open about it, of course. Don't want to go into too much detail, like the really nitty gritty, but the reason we got separated to begin with was mainly, yeah, it just really, like I said before, the negatives outweighed the positives big time. And I wasn't myself at all in that, at the end of that relationship. It was like walking on eggshells. That's the easiest way to describe it. But that's, yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on now to what else has been going on behind the scenes. So this trip, hustled it out of Intel, Korea and Japan, hustled that out of Intel. That's the big reason why I came through. People are like, man, you just spent a ticket to Japan to go used parts hunting. It's like, no, that's the YouTube content. The main reason I went through Japan was to see my boy and spend time with him off the back of going to Korea. So sort of one thing I'm passionate about with the channel is extracting the most out of what you've got and extracting the most, and that includes money. So extracting the most out of every dollar you have. And so that's a passion of mine. I've started to realize it over the last 5 years especially, and started to deliver that on the channel. And so that's not going to change. That's not going anywhere. I love doing that. That's my passion, is extracting the most out of what you've got. And here in Korea, we've still got to do some really cool things, like go on the parts hunt here. And also tonight, I'll be seeing a StarCraft 2 game. And I've always wanted to see this like natural Korean sort of two competitors going at each other in its native environment. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. And yeah, just really excited. Like, I'm in a good spot at the moment in life. And in terms of behind the scenes stuff, next month I'll make an update video about what's going on soon. But you know, life's going really well, and it's going well because I'm going well. And so that's one thing I wanted to pass off to you guys. You know, what's going to happen in the future, like I said, I just, in that video at the end, that message, I just roll with the punches. That's what I do. I just keep on. And, you know, it seems to be working out for me, so I'll just keep doing that and stay positive. But love reading your thoughts and comments, especially from you guys behind the scenes. You guys are the guys who really support me and believe in me a lot. And so if you have any questions or any advice as well, be sure to drop that below. And yeah, I'll respond as soon as I can. And in terms of Korea, we're here for another 2 full days kind of thing. So got tonight, tomorrow, and then tonight, and then I fly back. So 3 days, 3 days. I fly back in 3 days. And then after that, we've got to go to Sydney. And then after that, we've got to go to Melbourne for PAX. So next month is going to be jam-packed as well. It's going to be another action-packed month. Yeah, and so I've got this new outlook now, especially after my boy's sort of more in my life now. I'm talking to him a lot more. He knows Daddy loves him more than ever, and that's a great thing. And so that's that part of me that was maybe missing in the last couple of years, but it's back. The fire's back. And, you know, look, if my ex takes that away again, that fire's still there now. That fire, like my boy, he knows who his daddy is, and even, you know, he knows who he is, and he's never going to forget that. So it's, yeah, it's unstoppable now. You can't stop the fire. Anyway, love each and every one of you guys, and look forward to reading your comments. And also, if you've got any questions about Korea, be sure to ask us. I did do a vlog before. Like, I tried vlogging this outside on the streets, but it was way too noisy. 2 different spots, and I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. So now I'm in the Airbnb where I'm staying, and it's really good here. And so I'm just recording this here. So I'll catch you guys in another video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.